Hello, I'm Andy Mack and welcome to Movie Shorts, the podcast that gives you honest, spoiler-free reviews of the latest releases in under 10 minutes. If you miss my recent review of Tron Ares, it's waiting for you on Spotify, Apple Podcasts and YouTube at Andy Mack Movie Shorts 1980. Today's film brings comedy, reflection and a surprising dose of heart. It's written, directed and starring Aziz Ansari, joining him Keanu Reeves, Seth Rogen and Keke Palmer. The film, Good Fortune. But does Ansari's directorial debut strike gold or just test our patience? Well, let's get straight to it. We meet Gabriel, played by Keanu Reeves, a low-ranking guardian angel whose day job is to stop people from texting while driving. It's not exactly glamorous work for a celestial being, and he's clearly longing for something more meaningful, to actually save lost souls rather than just prevent fender benders. In Los Angeles, the cities of angels, naturally, we find Arj, a kind-hearted but drifting guy juggling delivery gigs, hardware store shifts, and the occasional night sleeping in his car. When Gabriel intervenes to save him from an accident, he becomes quietly sympathetic to Arj's struggling life and starts watching over him. Arj soon meets Eleanor, played by Keke Palmer, a determined co-worker with ideals and a backbone, and Jeff, played by Seth Rogen, a wealthy tech investor who represents everything Arj thinks he wants. But chasing opportunity doesn't quite go to plan, and after a few bad choices and worse luck, Arj's world starts to unravel. That's when Gabriel finally steps in, not to perform a miracle, but to show Arj what his life could become if he kept spiralling. It's part comedy, part existential pep talk, and frustratingly, to avoid spoilers, we will stop there. At its core, Good Fortune is a comedy, but it's not one that hides behind punchlines. Ansari uses humour as a lens to look straight at uncomfortable truths. The gap between rich and poor, the quiet despair of people just trying to survive, and the way success is often measured by who can shout the loudest. The film captures the struggle of modern life with surprising tenderness. It's about paying rent, juggling side hustles, and pretending you're fine when you're anything but. There's anger here, but it's a quiet, simmering anger that kind of builds after years of just trying to keep up. And every so often that anger turns into a flash of hope, as if Ansari's saying that empathy, though rare, can still cut through the noise. At times it feels almost documentary-like. The camera lingers on faces, streets and moments that most films would skip over. Ansari doesn't stylize poverty, he just shows it, and that honesty lands. His direction has a gentle rhythm, never showy, but always purposeful, letting humour and heartbreak sit side by side. Of course, the Trading Places setup has been done before, and comparisons to It's a Wonderful Life or even Bruce Almighty are easy to make. But here, the concept feels refreshed rather than recycled. The sincerity in how it's handled, a sense that Ansari actually cares about the people at the heart of this story. Each of the four leads embarks on their own kind of journey. Gabriel learns that even angels misunderstand humanity. Arj learns that optimism alone doesn't fix broken systems. Eleanor carries truth and struggle in every scene, grounding the story with real emotional weight. And Jeff, the supposed villain, becomes more layered than you would expect. It's funny, laugh out loud funny at times, yes, but unexpectedly moving. The performances here are what really hold Good Fortune together. There's an authenticity to them that makes the story believable, even when the concept stretches reality. Aziz Ansari gives a measured, grounded turn in his own film, not showy, just quietly present, which lets the others shine. The chemistry between Seth Rogen and Keanu Reeves is a real highlight. Their scenes together crackle with understated humour and honesty. Reeves' trademark deadpan delivery is in full swing here and it works perfectly. Calm, composed, but still human. Rogen matches him beat for beat with timing that feels effortless. What really stands out is how the film makes you realise that no one has it perfect or sorted. Not the angel, not the billionaire, not the dreamers trying to survive. And it never feels condescending about that. It's compassionate, but not sentimental. More of a reminder that everyone, at every level, is still trying to work things out. Well, as you can probably tell, I really like Good Fortune. It's clever, funny, and quietly thought-provoking. It's the kind of film that lingers long after the credits roll. Not because of huge plot twists or dramatic speeches, because it really does make you think. It should make a lot of people think. It's about compassion, empathy, and the idea that luck doesn't always mean happiness. It's a small story with big ideas, and I found myself genuinely moved by it. Honestly, it's the sort of film I'd have written an essay on back in the day. Layered, subtle, and deceptively simple. If you're after something that balances heart, humour, and a bit of heavenly reflection, this might be your film. Good Fortune. Honest, human, and hopeful. Thank you for listening to Movie Shorts. You can find all my reviews on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube at Andy Mac Movie Shorts 1980. Thank you to all those people tuning in across the world. It really does mean an awful lot to me. And until next time, goodbye.